Hello, I'm Brett Knowles from PM Squared Consulting. This video explains how we can create mission-driven teams, and more specifically, ensure that we accurately cascade the corporate strategy down to what these teams need to do, and ensure both the correct linkage and priority setting, both in the current strategy and any changes that occur during the course of the year. Now, this is the second in the series of videos. The first takes you through the concept, and I urge you to watch that first before we go into this, which is a more detailed case study. So we should be able to take the strategic objectives, and so here we have the strategy map for an organization, and on the left, list those objectives down and their weighting. Then across the top, we're going to take the core processes, and through the ontology process, we're going to rate the impact of each process on each strategic objective. So at the overall level, as a top-level ontology, we get the overall footprint of where the organization needs to focus for strategic success. So think of this as the corporate level or brand level, department level. Now we want to take it the next level, cascade it down to the teams. So let's just take a look at the sales process. And in particular in the sales process, we're going to just start at the top. We'll take a look at the objective F1, grow profitably. And the first step is to break that strategic objective down to what are the operational objectives we need to do this year. So overall, our goal for the year is to grow profitably. To do that, there are 4 operational objectives. We want to grow our profitable customers. We want to shift towards more high-profit products. We want to reduce our cost to sell new organizations and clients. And then lastly, we want to cull out the less profitable customers. And we prioritize those. So using the ontology process, we'll put that on the left side of a spreadsheet. And then we'll take a look at the sub-processes. So within each area, there are sub-activities you do. And we've got a master list based on best practices. In this example, we'll take the sales process. So the generic or best practice list of sub-processes in sales are identifying the prospects, discovering what the needs are for each prospect, proposing and providing solution alternatives, closing the sale, and then following up. Now these are generic. They're intended as a tickler, and we've got 3 levels of detail in the master list. We're going to tweak them for each situation, but at least we've got a starting point. So we should be able to take those and list them across the top for the ontology process. So now we're going to be doing the impact scoring at this level. So again, we did the top level, just scoring overall profitability and overall sales. Now we're going the next level down. We're going to score the operational objectives inside of this strategic objective and the sub-processes within this process group or department. The scoring process is the same, 1 to 5, and we come up with a schema that looks like this. And again, we're only showing it for the first strategic objective and cascaded operational objectives. That would continue down for the rest of the strategy. And within the sales area, we now have these 5 sub-processes. And we can either pre-allocate these to pre-assigned teams or, based on this profile, determine what are the appropriate teams. So in this example, we might say that there's one team that's all about prospecting. There's a second team that takes it from, warm opportunity to proposed solution, and then another one that just closes the sale and does the follow-up activities. And so if we ran, say, sales team 3, we know where our priorities are based on this strategy, the things that we have to do extremely well, and then the second level of things. And we can now also make sure that as we look at horizontally, the activities or targets at each level align to the overall strategic or mission-driven goals, and also make sure that we have the right cross-functional teams and so forth. So this ontology process takes that big level strategy and cascades it down to the level at which we can begin constructing teams, and if you wanted to, even the level further of individual accountabilities. So again, the simple summary of the process is this. We start off with a strategy and we build that top level strategy map. From there, we build that top level ontology. So now we've got the big picture, so we make sure anything we do is aligned to that mission and top-level cascade. From there, we're going to do the detailed process development and the cascade of the strategic objectives down to this year's operational objectives. From there, we do the team-level ontology, and of course the output of that team-level ontology becomes those mission-driven teams. So this is the approach we take to ensure an accurate translation of strategy down to the teams. What it also means is if we want to change things, for example, the strategy, we can easily ripple it through these steps to realign the teams. Or if we're having problems at the team execution level, we can figure out at what point is it broken and fix the appropriate part of the organization to ensure strategic success.